Hi everyone, welcome to this week's Halton Hills housing update. So we're kind of in like this lull where buyers are still really active. We are seeing some inventory, but numbers aren't doing anything crazy. So let's look, and by lull, I don't mean the market's dying. I just mean like nothing dramatic is changing. So in Georgetown this week, we had 16 properties sell, which is getting to that higher number that we're used to. 15 to 25 is where we want to be. So 16, let's take it. 11 of them sold over asking. And then of the remaining 5, 2 of them sold at asking, which is interesting because, and refreshing, because it's like, oh, those were actually priced at like what they were worth. It's a refreshing a little thing, but overall still serious amount of bidding wars happening. And looking at new inventory, we are up this week. We have 18 new listings. That is more than our sales. 18 in a week is a good number. It felt like we saw a lot coming on last week, and I think that trend will hopefully continue this week. But that's a little silver lining. Like I said, we just need a few weeks of this. In Acton, we had 3 properties sell, normal-ish number for Acton, and 2 of them were over asking. So there's still demand, but there's just not a lot available in Acton. So that just means like we can't have a crazy high number of sales in a week because there's literally very little to buy. So in terms of new listings there, we had 2 new listings in Acton. Glen Williams had no sales and 1 new listing. Limehouse had no sales and 1 new listing. And the rural market saw 2 sales and 2 new listings. So we're not seeing huge numbers any which way here, but like, let's just take the wins when we have some new listings here. So now looking at overall inventory in Halton Hills, we remain the same this week at 56 active listings in all of Halton Hills. That number is still insanely low. It's up from the 40s that we were seeing a month ago, so that's good, but we are still like half of where we need to be. Georgetown is one of the only markets this week. It is up to 26 active listings, so not huge, but it is up to 26 active listings. When we look at our price points, so the under 700,000, there is now 2 available listings. Last week we were at 0. So there's a condo townhouse and a condo unit that's for sale under 700. 7 to 800,000 is up slightly from 2 active listings to 3. And then we start to dip in the higher price points. So 800 to $1 million is down to only 4 active listings from 5. Ugh. And $1 million plus is slowly dropping again. We are down from 18 to 17 active listings. That higher price point is super, super busy. We are seeing so many bidding wars. Every week, I'm just like astonished when I see what I'll consider a regular Georgetown South house fetching like $1.6 to $1.8 million. It's now happening consistently and it is like a thing. It's wild. So now Acton. Acton is unfortunately down again this week. We are sitting at 5 active listings in Acton, down from 6. 5 is super, super low. That means there's like nothing to choose from. So Acton could really use a surge in inventory because the buyers are definitely there. Glen Williams is up this week to 3 active listings. Limehouse is up this week to 3 active listings. Both of them were at 2 last week. And the rural market, unfortunately, has dropped below that 20 mark. It is at 19 active listings, down from 21. So overall, this isn't bad news. It is promising that we are seeing some decent sales numbers. Every time a house sells, it takes 1 more buyer out of the market. And hopefully those people have a house that they can list. This is gonna be a really interesting next 4 weeks, I think. The last few weeks have just been super, super busy. And so hopefully that's gonna equate to those people listing their houses that have actually secured buys. So no crazy changes. I was really hoping as we entered the end of the month, we definitely would be up on inventory. That is not the case, but we're not down. So hopefully next week we can see another climb in inventory in most of our markets. That is definitely where we want to be going. So I'll be back next Tuesday. Have a great week, everyone.